Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm back. We're doing another Saturday Night Live video because I didn't think I'd be doing one because uh, I'm gonna hang out with John. If something happens, I do Saturday Night Live video. What happened uh, today was, ever since what was it, Wednesday night? The temperatures nosedived and started snowing and stuff like that. And then it was still pretty decent till Friday. Then, boy, Friday night it got really nasty into Saturday morning. And then John said, well, I don't think we probably won't be able to hang out and stuff like that around 10 o'clock or whatever. Um, Even though Minnie Pearl was out of her house, she can be very mischievous. And that's my Black Forest weather station. The girl looks like who forecasts, comes out, I'm calling her Minnie Pearl. The guy in the raincoat comes out, I'm calling him Undertaker. And then, probably I remember taking a nap, and then waking up around 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I said, hey, it's not snowing out no more. And I told John, and then we end up hanging out anyways around, I don't know, 12:30. We did some stuff, and then, it started snowing again, and then it stopped. We watched a little TV and stuff. Because we were going to play D&D with Dan and his friends and stuff. And we did that, and then they called the game early. And then I think we ended the night. I just came back home around, I don't know, 8:30, 8:45. So that gave me plenty of time to do a silent live review if it was a new episode, and it was. And this was John Mulaney coming back to hosting for a third time, maybe, I think. Now, John Mulaney, he seemed like a nice guy. I just don't think he's that funny. I remember last time he hosted, I wasn't really that much of a fan. I think he's just average. I liked the voice work he did for like Enter the Spider Verse with doing the Peter Porker character. I thought he was very good in that. Um, I thought, well, I got the whole review written down of in different sections and stuff, and I was very delighted to hear David Byrne was going to be musical guest. Hell yeah! First of all, it was a cold opening, and they did like a thing with the coronavirus, and a big thing where like they have all the people imitating apologists came out and stuff like that, and it was all right. I think still the best stand was Larry David doing Bernie Sanders. I think he's really dead on impression of him. It's really brilliant. And also, I like the Knock Knock joke. It was really funny. I gave that a 7 out of 10. And even, I think John Mulaney seemed really good in that thing. And then the monologue came on, and his delivery was really good. But the monologue went out way, 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 way too long. Longer than any monologue I've seen in a while. I think it kind of hurt the show. There wasn't as many skits in the show. Usually, maybe 14. I think there might have been only 13 this time or whatever. Uh, Next was so I only gave the monologue was only okay. I think his timing was very good, his delivery and stuff. It still wasn't that funny, but he did okay. I get a 4.5 out of 10. Next was Sound of Music, and it was pretty good. They were just talking about age differences for the most part. I laughed at the very end. The very end made me laugh. So I give that 5 out of 10. But the skit went along at a good pace. It was entertaining. Next was something about my nephew did a meme on the uncle, and that was clever enough. I give that. It could have been funny, but I give it a 6 out of 10. It was good, not as good as it could have been. Next was they had a Cal Mooney guy on there, and they always think he's a big nerd and stuff. And they said, I guess that John Mulaney was going to do a thing about a strip club or something like that. And he wanted to be in it, but he said, nah, he's too nerdy. So he went on this big thing of getting in shape, and he got like ripped really bad, like 2-3 days. And I thought that was clever the way it went, and that was interesting skit. I give it a 6 out of 10. Next was 1955, spoof of 1955 film. They don't like each other, something like that. And they did something like that with J-Lo, where the two girls were fighting and they were trying to kill each other, and then they were trying to go for the effect of this one guy, and the guy liked J-Lo in the J-Lo one. Now this one, he liked John Mulaney in that, and it was okay. It didn't even get silly. I think the J-Lo one toward the end got silly, but it didn't get silly enough. I give that a 4 out of 10. Next was David Byrne doing Once in a Lifetime, and it was absolutely brilliant. That was a 10 out of 10. You may ask yourself, and then it's like, you may ask yourself, well, how I can't like this video? It was really good. I mean, because I remember hearing my introduction. Well, before he left the Talking Heads, before that did. I don't even know why they broke up. If anyone knows, let me know. Tawaket might know. I'm not sure. Burning Down the House. That's how I found out about him. And then, I remember buying. They had a tape trading place, Scott Graham. I remember my dad buying the cassette. He always played it. I remember going to reunion and stuff, and I think he even played that at my great grandmother's for that. And the other people didn't know what the hell he was playing or anything like that. They were so out of it. It's not about Pittsburgh Steelers. They don't know what they're talking about, the reunion or whatever. And I remember Siskel and Ebert was reviewing their concert film, Stop Making Sense. I wanted to see it for the longest time. I had a hell of a time finding it. I remember finally finding it in maybe 2000, 2001 and loving it. And Jonathan Demme, that was brilliant. That was brilliant, a 10 out of 10. Next was Weekend Update. And I'll tell you what, that was pretty much a perfect episode of Weekend Update. That was probably one of the best ones Weekend Update. Now, granted, I've not seen every Saturday Night Live. These are the ones I've seen. Weekend Update was pretty much one of the best ones I've seen since they had the Weekend Update specials on Thursday nights back in 2016, 2017, or whatever, in the summertime. That did really well on my channel when I reviewed those. That was a 10 out of 10. That was really good. It seems like I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. Because it was running late. I think when Weekend Update ended, it was like 10:38, so they only had 22 minutes left, I think. And that's why I think the Mulaney monologue went on way too long. I don't know how long it went on, but it went on way too long. See if I can find out. Look at Saturday Night Live monologue. How long is the average monologue? Probably 5 minutes, maybe. Maybe longer. Adam Driver monologue. Yeah, 6, 7 minutes. Okay. Let's see. John Mulaney. Okay, let me see, John. If they have it on there now, they're not having. Okay. John Mulaney. Okay, the one that happened tonight. No. No, they're having the older ones. Damn. But I have a feeling, it went on way too long, and they're not even showing it right now. Showing the host SNL for a third time. I know it went on too long. They have his other one for like 7 minutes, which is fine, but I'm going to see how long it is. I can't do it in the video. But it went on too long. Next up, Weekend Update, they did like airport musical about like a guy ordering sushi, and he said, "You better not order sushi, you're going to get sick." And he said, "What's going to happen to him when he gets sick?" And they went into a big number. It was kind of interesting. And when I was wrapping, I was about ready to give it a 5 out of 10, and then David Byrne walked out. And I have not seen David Byrne perform in a long time since he was on Austin City Limits. I remember him doing The Impossible. He did a cover of a Whitney Houston song, I Want to Dance with Somebody, and made it sound good. Because I don't like Whitney Houston at all. I never liked Whitney Houston. But he actually made a song with Whitney Houston sound really cool. Like, damn, that's talent. He walked out, he was the airport handler. And then, I was kind of cool seeing him out. And then they did We're on a Plane to Nowhere instead of Road to Nowhere to end the skit. And they marched off and danced off. That was brilliant. So much so I went for a 5 to 8.5 out of 10. In good conscience, I couldn't give it 10 out of 10. But if they did that song all the way through, showing them going and dancing all the way through the studios and stuff like that, I would have gave it a 10 out of 10, but they didn't do that. Next was another David Byrne song, which I never heard before. That might have been a newer one. But it's like not only are they good songs, they're like great performance art. And who the heck was that blonde playing the drums? She was sexy. I mean, she was sexy. I don't know who that was. She was sexy. I'm sure Howard can agree with me on that. I give that a 10 out of 10. I'm not sure the name of the song, though, but it was really good. And it's weird because usually at this time, Saturday Night Live would put up the videos that, the shows are on, and not yet. And last but not least was, because February's Black History Month, they did like a forgotten African American and Black History Month, and this was pretty much on Kenan Thompson, and it was a guy that the first black guy, or the only black guy to ever boo, was Jackie Robinson, and that was funny just because of Kenan Thompson's silliness. Not super funny, but it made me laugh a little bit, and enough to maybe give it 8 out of 10. Now, overall, it was, for the most part, pretty decent. It had some really good high points in it. And I mean, and having David Byrne in there and having a really solid weekend update really helped the show a lot. I give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I still don't think John Mulaney is that funny. But, I mean, there was enough talent there to, But, I think he was better than the last time I saw him on the show. I give it a 7 out of 10. I hope you like this review of John Mulaney hosts SNL. This just premiered on NBC. Until next time, please, take care, my legion. I'll upload.